Go. So we are ready to go, and we are going to go through the back office training. And it's basically for you to understand how you're going to run it like a boss. You are coming into this and you are running it like a business. Okay. This is a business. You're going to have things where if you're not checking your back office, you're going to have customers who are dropping off and you don't even know. So it's good to have those regular checks, checking the back office, seeing all the important things that are going on, knowing who's paying, who hasn't paid, also knowing your volumes as well. That is key, because if you don't understand the volumes of packages, then you're not going to know how quick you can get to your next rank. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks and so forth, because there's certain things that when people buy a certain pack, like an elite pack, that pushes you closer to your next rank. You don't even realize it. So when you have a certain amount of elite packs in your business, if your business was elite, to get to chairman, you cut that down big time. So I'm going to go through all of these little things and so forth. So the key thing is obviously understanding your back office and how to get to it. So we always know how to get to our back office. It's im.academy/login. Type in your details, your name, your username and your password, and you're in your back office. Now, most of you all started off as a customer. As a customer, you're going to have a different interface to those who own a business. So when we talk about people who own a business, those who are IBOs, independent business owners, okay? So when I came into this, obviously I came into this as a customer. This was my interface. This is what I saw. And I just had the customer interface where I just basically had the access to different things. I could see who was my upline, and so forth, but also my orders and my referral link if I wanted to refer people. Now, the key thing next was when I went to IBO, it opened a whole load of new tools. To stretch my business. So you can see here, you can see from the back office, you can see things like different promotions and so forth, but also accessing your dashboard and accessing your uni level tree, your placement tree. That's a key one, a placement tree, because a lot of you are growing your businesses. I've seen like Bex, you've been blowing up, getting new people, but you need to know how to place people. You need to know how to put them in. You've got to be strategic as well about who you're placing where. Who are your strong people? Who are going to be your builders? Who are you going to be you're going to balance things out in terms of your legs and so forth. You've got to think about where you're going there as well. Things like your rank report, that is an important thing. When I tell you about the rank report is next level. This is the thing that tells me how close I am to my next rank, where I need to be for my next rank. What do I need to do? How many people I need, or how many, so forth. It tells you everything, but also it tells you how many personals you have that you're keeping in your rank, because you need to have customers who are not IBO, who are not building in this business. This is what we make sure that it's not any pyramid scheme, because you've got to have a certain amount of customers and a certain amount of business builders. If you have more business builders than customers, that's when it starts going wrong. So you need to make sure that your business is running the right way. Chairman Hall of Fame, I'll give you a little preview of that as well today, because some of you might not have seen it before. Also things like the enrollment leaderboard. Let me tell you, that is massive and extensive as well. Contact manager, with that, you'll be able to see all your personals, all your people you personally signed up, all your contact details, but you should know them already. But it will show you who's left and obviously who's gone and so forth. And also all the other things, payment options, because once you become an IBO, you get paid. Okay, the company pay you. They pay you via Skrill or iPayment. It's up to you, but most of us get paid with Skrill. We get our Skrill cards. We also Skrill pays our bills. So how many of you on here are IBOs? That'd be good to know. If you're an IBO, put a 1 in the chat. If you've gone all the way P150, P600, P1K, P2K, P5Ks, I want to know how many of you are here to make your business go to the next level. And that's what it is. So it's all those sort of things you need to look at. Your earnings, okay? Once you become a business owner, it's always good to have your earnings as well, because you're going to pay tax on it. I pay tax on my earnings, okay? So you're going to be doing that. So taxman's got to have that. I get I print out my earnings over the year. So I get it printed out for April, ready for the financial year and so forth. But one thing I know April mentioned this to me, you can basically claim your subscription and on your tax as well, which is amazing. So you get that written off as well. So thank you for that, April. I remember you saying that. I always remember that. That's an amazing thing that you can do as well, and so forth. So you get some excellent tools, and I will show you some of them live as well. So some of you are here. Yep, I know you need to know more. Don't worry about that, Safi. Safi, I always help you out, and don't worry about that. Okay, should I register as a self-employed? Yeah, I'm self-employed already because I already have other stuff as well. But then, yeah, if you're doing that, if it's the reason why I do it is because I don't want the taxman taxing my my trading account. So I have my other side which gets taxed, and that's my main source of income. And then also my trading account is my other source of income, which is not my main source of income, so I don't get taxed. That's the reason why I do it. There you go. So there you go there. Get a nice accountant. We've got plenty of accountants in the academy, so there's always someone there to help you, and Des will be able to advise as well. So, yep, we need to talk definitely. All right, so upgrading to IBO. If you're not an IBO already, all right, you're still a customer. I always say, okay, now when is the best time to upgrade? When is the best time to upgrade? Now, I have many people do it in many different ways. I talk about my experience. I had an event. I signed up 4 people at the event. And then the next day I got a call from Bryony. Bryony was like, David, you need to go IBO. I went, what do you mean? You got 4 legs and you need to place one of those people under someone. You're supposed to have 3 legs. And I'm going to talk to you about the importance of having 3 legs. So it's about having that certain point in time. Some people will get to the point where they have 3 people and 3 legs, and they go, oh, I want to go for my 2 and 3. If I get a 4th person, then I'll go IBO so I can place that 4th person. Okay, and then that's it, because we have the power of 3. We also have 3 legs, the importance of having 3 legs. Can we build up in 3? There's a cheat sheet and so forth for that as well. So many people do it different ways. Some people do it when they hit 3 people, and then they go IBO and they want to get paid with their subscription from the residual, or pay for the majority of their subscription. So you end up paying around about £30 a month, depending on what subscription you have and so forth. If you have Elite, you're paying more, but you get paid from the business. Okay, you get paid from IM and so forth. I always say to people, have enough personals and so forth. Okay, so it's the key thing. So if you want to go and sign up for an IBO, know when to do it. Don't need to do it when you're having 2 customers and so forth. Wait till you get to a certain point when you have 3 or more. Have that discussion with your upline, because anybody I have in my organization that gets to the point where I know they're about to hit 3 people or 4, we have that conversation. I talk to them and say, okay, you might be 2 and 3 already, you might go 3. Some people go, okay, I'll go 2 and 3, but if I get a 4th person, I'll go IBO. And that's perfectly fine. That's the sort of thing some people do. And that is okay, because then they know the certain situations. They know what they need to do. There's also additional training on top of this. Des is one. It's very, very important. Every person that I make sure that goes IBO watches, I send them Des's video, does the training on that. So it's clear that everyone's gone through the IBO process and they know that they've got to sign up for IBO, sign up for the Skrill. It's a prerequisite for any business owner. If you've got leaders in your team who have just gone IBO, send them Des's video. I'll show you the link at the end and so forth. Also, please feel free to drop questions in the chat. This is a Q&A session. If you've got situations where you are stuck on something, you don't know what to do, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to be doing this every week and trying to help people out on this, because this is my strongest point, and this is what's helped me grow to where I'm at today, and I'm literally touching P5K at the moment. So make sure that you sign up to your IBO. Once you've done that, you automatically get that special back office tools in the back office. You'll get all this IBO extra stuff as well. All right. So personal signups. Okay. This is very, very important. And I always say to people, you have to have personal signups to hit those ranks. Okay. So if you get 2 people, you go 2 and 3, That's it. Now, when you go 2 and 3, to go 2 and 3, say for example, if you've got an elite pack and 2 of your people have got the normal Forex or HFX or something else, then what it is, the key thing, and I'll tell you to do, you have to, your pack has to be of equivalent value. So you cannot go 2 and 3 if you have an elite and so your 2 people you sign up don't have elite. Okay, you can't go 2 and 3. If you had a normal HFX pack and 2 of your people had elite, yeah, you can go 2 and 3. It's got to be equivalent or value above. So hopefully you will understand that, because it's very clear, and hopefully you understand that very. Because I have people going, oh, I should be 2 and 3, and I go, no. You're an elite. Your other 2 people are not. So you got to bring the 2 people in on an elite. Or if it's the other way around, where you're not an elite, but you've got someone on elite and someone on a HFX pack, that's fine. You go 2 and 3. So it's got to be of equal value or above. Okay. So you can see different packs. So what about if you have IBO and HFX? If you are IBO, you cannot go 2 and 3. Okay. You're basically no longer a customer. You are literally a business owner. So you're not classed as a customer. You cannot go 2 and 3. So that's why I was saying to you about when is the right time for you to go IBO. Don't jump straight into IBO when you're not ready, when you're not at that point. Okay. And also I'll stress to you the point when people go IBO, how it affects the person who's enrolled them as well when it turns to their volume. So when you're P150, you got to have 3 personal signups. Okay. So you need 3 personal signups. 3 people who've used your link or your username and signed under you personally. So that is the key thing. You could say, oh, I placed someone under someone. If I've placed someone under someone, they won't benefit from that until they've gone P150. Until they've gone IBO, they won't benefit from the volume underneath them. So I've got someone who's got about 30 something people under him, but he cannot benefit from it because he hasn't got his 3 personals and he hasn't got IBO. But imagine if he got his 3 personals and he goes IBO, he's got 1 leg done. He's got a P2K leg done. So it's that sort of thing. People can't benefit from the volume below them until they get their 3 personals. When you get your 3 personals, you can go IBO and then you can set up your payments and so forth. So you can see there's a group volume. So every time you sign someone up, you get their volume in your business. And I'll show you that as well, because that helps you get to where you need to get to in your rank. So if someone signs under a HFX, DCX or FRX pack, the volume is 150. And I'll talk to you about the special link as well, because that comes under 145. Then if you come under elite, the volume is 195 volume. Okay. But you still need to get 3 personals. Even if someone comes on elite, you always have to get 3 personals to get onto the first rank. Okay. You always get 3 personal first rank. And when you get to second rank and so forth, I'll go through all those as well. So those are the key things. Very, very important. Very clear for you to see. All right. So compensation plan. Now, the compensation plan, you can see it goes up to chairman 750, soon to be chairman 1 mil or whatever. And we can see here, we've got qualified volume. So we've got qualified volume. This is 435. Now, when I mentioned to you earlier, each pack is worth 150. Now, the old packs used to be 145. Now, 145 times by 3 equals 435. So if you get 3 people, you need 3 people to qualify for P150. Now you get paid weekly. That's £37.50 a week. Now, if you sign up for Skrill as your way of you getting paid, Skrill only can take a minimum of $50. So if you're getting paid $37.50, you're not going to get paid weekly, get paid fortnightly. And the way the payment works as well, it'll take you a few weeks before you get your first payment. So you won't start getting your payment the following week. It's on a 10-day cycle. So it's on a 10-day cycle there. but you don't get any. So basically, you get your 3 people and so forth. When you go to your next rank, you need 4, 4, 4, 4 on each leg. And I'm going to show you, obviously, the tricks of getting how you get around that as well. So it's 4, 4, 4. So you've got 3 people, but those 3 people, the next 3 people can not all come from you. They can come from the rest of the people in your organization. So not everything needs to come from you. So when I hit my P600, not all the people for my P600 came from me. They came from another person in my team and another one there, but I built up some of it as well. So it's from there as well. And you can need 12 people. And it goes up, and you can see the volume moving up, the qualified volume that you need to have to go group volume. You need to get there. So group volume, all the volume of all the people in your organization, all into one. You need to have that, and that is very, very clear. You see, you get paid. You get paid weekly. When you hit that P600 rank, it's lovely because you get paid weekly. That's the one I look forward to. When people hit P600, they're getting their subscription covered, plus they get into money into their trading account. So my always desire is to get my people to P600. So it's always good when you hit IBO to look at your organization, look at the people that you have. If they hit P150, that's great. If they're working up to P600, look at their organization. Find out how many people they are close to their next rank. This really inspires people and gets them pushing and getting to the next level. And that's what I do. I go, okay, look, you're 4 away from P600. You need 2 here and 1 there and so forth in each leg. So that sort of thing when you know that. How do I work that out? I'm going to show you that. Don't worry. So as soon as you go IBO, the key thing that I always say to people is set up your payment, set up your Skrill. Yeah, you need to get paid, and get paid right. So you got to get your new tools on your basically back office, and you're going to see payment options, and you're going to see the option for Skrill. Skrill is what we all get paid for here in the UK. If you're international, then you can use iPayment, which is the other option as well, and you get paid in dollars. And as soon as you have a card, that's the brand new one. Anybody can sign up to that one. It's internationally recognized, but most of us get paid with Skrill. Now, when you sign up with Skrill, it's a key thing when you select your payment options right here, you select Skrill and you click Save. Now, you can see what I said before. The minimum commission for Skrill is $50. So you've got to get paid fortnightly if you're P150. But you've got to make sure that the email address on your IM account is the same that you're going to sign up with your Skrill. So when you sign up with Skrill and you register, you use the same email address, because that's how Skrill is going to match up and know where to send your commission. So I will know where to send the commission to Skrill. So if you have 2 different emails, that's why you're not getting paid. You need to have the same one as the IM one, not the other way around. It's got to be the IM one. So if you're thinking, great, I'm going to sign up with this email account, no, sign up with the same one as your IM and link them together. So then they know where to send the money to. Okay. Now I mentioned earlier when to subscribe, when to basically should you upgrade to IBO. 2 and 3 is only for customers, like I explained earlier. Upgrade to IBO when you have 3 or 4 customers under you. The power of 3. So when I talk about 3 legs, and I mentioned that before. If I get someone, I've got 3 legs already. But when I get someone, I've got to place them under someone. There's no right way around it. You have to place someone. We always say this thing where we say to help others achieve their dreams so you can achieve yours. So that's the power of 3. We have the 3 legs. So I always build down. I don't take up other people's 2 of their legs. I take 1 of their legs. So I still give them the option to have 2, to go 2 and 3. But I only build down. So I take 1 of their spots and I just take them there. So I have to place them. I'm going to show you how to place people. So you should not have more than 4 legs. You might have a dead leg or something like that. I've got 1 dead leg. Someone signed up. I didn't even know. So I've got a dead leg. But I've got my 3 legs I'm building. Now, if I get someone, I sign someone up, I've got to place that someone under someone within my organization. Now, it might be a leg that I want to build up. So I place someone there. The person I'm placing under, if they're not IBO, they're not going to benefit from what I'm giving them until they go IBO. But also, you're giving them a boost when they go IBO. So I know one of my leaders placed a few people under one of her leaders. When that leader went P150, she was only 4 away from P600 because she already had people under her in her organization, thanks to her leader placing people under her. So you're giving people an extra boost, and that's it. I mean, who would not want an extra boost to get to the next rank? You shouldn't be refusing if a leader comes to you saying, "I'm going to place someone under you, but obviously you got to go P150 to start benefiting from it. But I'm going to give you extra boost to your next rank." If someone's going to be like, "Oh no, you know what? I don't want that person. Why are you putting someone in my organization?" They don't realize that you're actually trying to help them to grow. So when I do that with people, I go, "You know what? I'm going to place someone here, and I'm going to help you grow." And it helps them stay on their rank, helps them get to the next level, someone's close or whatever. It helps you get to the next thing, okay? So if you're upgrading from 2 and 3, if you're 2 and 3 and you go, "Okay, I'm going to go IBO," you're still in your 2 and 3 until it runs out. And then you have to pay for your subscription manually. And then you start paying your subscription again because you're IBO. Okay, so you won't lose your 2 and 3 when you go IBO. You go IBO, you get paid from the organization, you're 2 and 3 still for that certain period of time. And then you've got to basically come up as decline on the decline list. And it'll say on the back office, it'll say manual. Then you'll say, look, you've got to pay for your subscription manually and pay for it and so forth. Okay. Like I said, you get paid by IM to cover the majority of it when you're P150. Okay. It's not going to pay for all of it, but it pays for the majority of it. You end up paying around about, like I said, depending on what subscription you have, it does that. And that's it there. Yeah. 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 That's it. Katie, it's simple as that. When your leader does that for you, it gets you there quicker. Like I said, all the people under you after you're free don't need to come from you. They can come from people in your organization or your upline who's basically going to be placing people under you to help you out. That's what we do because we have to have the power of 3 legs. The 3 legs is always key and so forth. I always say to people, have 3 legs. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, and there we go. It's worth it. Think of it. Yeah, there you go. So I always say 3 legs, have it there and so forth. I've got 1 IBO here for this example. They're on that rank, and then there's 2 others there who are customers. Okay, customers are always key. I always say having customers is key because you always got to have a customer. You also have minimum, and I'll tell you a bit later how the minimum customers you need in your business. But the power of 3 legs. You get that 4th person, place them under someone, look at your organization and go, "You know what? I need to sort this leg out to get to this leg, to get to this rank. So I need to place people to get there." Okay. So it's very, very key. You've got your customers who are non-builders, who haven't hit a rank. Okay. They haven't got an IBO or anything like that. And then you have your IBOs. So you'll see C is for your customers, I is for your IBOs. Okay. So you'll know the difference between the two when you're going through your back office. Okay. So highly, highly, highly recommend that you don't force people to go IB. If they're coming in as customers and subscribers and they haven't built anything, they don't need to go IBO straight away, because that also affects you and your personal volume as well. Now, when you sign up people, you're going to have a holding tank. Okay. You're going to have a holding tank. Now, the holding tank is where you've got 10 days to place these 2 people or whatever people you got under someone else. If you don't place them within the 10 days, you get an extra leg. Okay? So you've got to be strategic about what you're doing and how you're doing it. Okay? You can't be going, "Okay, I missed the 10 days. Let me call IM support." They ain't going to do anything. Okay? I've seen people try it and so forth. Now, the key thing that I do, I check my back office regularly because it's when it gets big, you don't know what you're doing. So the key thing is you train your leaders up to make sure that they let you know when someone has signed up another person or so forth. But also it's the education as well, because the sad thing is you're going to get someone who doesn't know what they're doing. They sign someone up, their 4th person, their 5th person, they haven't placed them. They're going to have 4 or 5 legs. You can rank up, but it takes you longer. Why is that? Because I am looking at your top 3 legs. They look at your top 3. Okay? Your top 3 strong legs. That's what they focus on. Okay? So when you look at it, you might have 4 or 5 legs. They're going to go for the top 3. Now, you're holding yourself back if you have four legs, because you might have one leg that's blowing up and you have your all legs are blowing up. But imagine that fourth leg, you placed it under someone else, and that leg would have been a power leg, not a separate one running over and switching positions with your third strongest leg going back and forth. You could have benefited from all of that having a power leg. So it's always key when you play someone. So when you're looking at it, you've got these people here. You see this as ID here. This is where you're going to find that person you're going to place on it, place them. You're going to use their ID number. So you can see here, you've got ID number next to the person's name. So you're going to, what I usually do is I highlight it, I copy, and then I paste it into the position, into there. Then I double check, okay? This is, I always make sure I double check. Now, the good thing about IM, when I started, you only have one chance to play someone. If you make a mistake, your person's gone. Luckily for you, IM give you two chances. The first time and the second time. Once it's done the second time, you can't move them again. So make sure when you copy and paste and you put them there. You might change your mind later and go, you know what, and that leg's blowing up, I'm going to move them somewhere else. Okay, so it's always key that you take your time. There is no rush on moving people, but you've got 10 days. You can place them. I always tell people, try and do it within the first couple of days, because you get busy. You forget. I remember calling up one leader, and literally it was the last day. I said, look, you need to place this person. You didn't do it. If you don't do it now, you got four legs. So you got to do it now. I had to call them up, get them on a Zoom, and get them to move it. I said, you've got to disadvantage yourself. Now, if someone doesn't move the person, the leg, it doesn't affect anybody above the person who's enrolled them or whatever. It only affects the person who's enrolled them. So if that person, say for example, someone I know who's got four legs, it affects them, but it doesn't affect me, because I just benefit from the volume, no matter how many people legs they got. But in my best interest as a leader, I want to make sure that all my customers, all my IBOs are in a situation that they can grow. It's not for me, for my own personal, like for my gain. It's not going to benefit me if my leaders are not growing. So I want to make sure that they've all got their free legs. They've all got to make sure that everything's done, and they make sure they pass on and duplicate what they are doing there. Okay. So like I said to you, only take one slot. If you've got someone who has no customers underneath them, place one person under them. Now, if you get another customer, place another customer under the one you just placed or under another one. Take one slot. Do not take two or three of their slots, because what will happen is when someone brings in a customer themselves, you disadvantage them, because they will end up having to basically go IBO by force to place a person, to avoid getting 4 legs or 5 legs or whatever. So you take one spot. Okay, this is what I got told, I got advised. Never take 2 flex spots. It's discussions I had with Des, and I got trained from Des and Bryony. Take one slot. All the chairmans, Matthew Thayer, he builds down. He takes one slot of each person and builds down. Goes across, one slot. Goes across and one slot. You don't take 2 of them. You don't take 3. You take 1. Okay. If they've already got 2 customers there, that's fantastic. You might take the 1. You might build under one of their customers already, but you can't take up more than 1. Okay, because you're stopping someone from going 2 or 3, and you're basically going to end up forcing them to go IBO to place someone, and they'll have to go IBO, and they'll still be staying paying if they wanted to go 2 and 3, or they basically they go IBO. It might disadvantage you and in the long run as well. So always power of 3. I stress to the people 3 legs. Some people go, no, I want 4. No, you're holding yourself back, because at the end of the day, I am going to take your top 3. They're going to look at your top 3, and then why have a 4th leg for if you could just put them in there and so forth. So be appreciative when a leader gives you someone. They may be a beast, There may be someone who's going to blow up and build one leg for you. If you've got someone building one leg for you, then you've got two legs to focus on. When you've got another one building another leg for you, then you've got one leg to focus on. So that's what happens in the end of the day. It's similar to Des. Des has got his three legs. If he signs someone up, he's got to place someone within his organization, within his three legs. He cannot have an extra leg. So he's got to place someone somewhere. And you've got to be able to look after that person as well. So it's always key to have those sort of things as well. Now, my favorite bit, how do you know when someone is active within your organization? Okay, this is where I find out who has left, who hasn't paid, and so forth. So I want to carry on going through this bit, because this is a key bit that I always look at, because I know who has left my organization, I know who's paid, and so forth. So some people, if they don't come up on my decline list, I know they're cancelled. So it's that sort of thing. We need to be on top of these things all the time. So when we look at, when we go to our placement, our placement form, there we go. Let me go back. Let me show you the tool. There we go. So you go to your placement tree. When you go to your placement tree, you're going to be able to see every single person. There'll be like a plus symbol on the left-hand side. You can expand it and so forth. Now, each person has their own personal volume. Okay, so personal volume is what they're paying in terms of their subscription. So when you see their PV, when you put the mouse over their PV, so if I put a mouse over this person, they will be active. They've got an active volume. You can see something's there. It's active. It will tell you when they've last paid. Okay, it can tell you when you're last paid. Okay, can you see if someone is placed under you before we are IBO? No, you can't. Okay, so it's basically down to your IBO to talk to you about that. The only people you can see are the people you've introduced. Okay, your personal. So you can't see anybody that's placed underneath you, and so forth. So if I put my mouse over the 0, it will basically say that person is inactive, and it will say when they've last paid. Now, I always do this sort of thing where I use a tool. Let me find out so I can do it. I count the days. So it's 28 days. Our subscriptions always come out 28 days, every 28 days. So you can find websites that do this where they can put in a date and it counts when the subscription's due, when they last paid, and so forth. It is essential that you keep on top of this, because I always say to people, keep on top of your back office, because you're going to have people who haven't paid, they're in there, and I'm thinking to myself, you're in the group, how are you accessing the education? Or you're in your group, they're not paid, but they're getting access to your Zoom calls and all these other things, and it's not fair on those people who are paying within your organization. It's not fair on those other people who are basically brought them in, they know they're not paying, and you as a leader are not helping them to sort this out and say, look, you haven't paid your subscription, you need to be paying, or you have to, unfortunately, leave the group. So you have to basically make sure that people are paying, because it's not going to help you in the long run, and so forth. But you can see who is inactive. When you put your mouse over the person's personal volume, you can see who is paid and who hasn't. Now, the thing with this is it only counts towards the volume, the personal volume in terms of the subscription. So if they're buying a subscription, so if they are IBO, it doesn't outline the IBO subscription cost in there. So the person should be paying their IBO subscription. If they do decline in their IBO subscription, it will come up in the decline report, and I'll discuss that in a minute. But the PV is obviously the personal volume. If someone is an IBO and they have no personal volume, it means that they're just an IBO, they're just a builder. Okay, they have no personal volume. So they're just paying for the IBO pack and that's it. They just want to come in to build. They don't have access to any education. They only have access to the IBO education. So they don't have access to Go Live or anything like that. But I always do this. I always check and so forth. Always check your numbers. So when you are here, when you have your 3 legs, on the right-hand side, sorry, I cropped that one out. You should have your numbers of how many customers you have. Now, there's a certain time of the day when I always check about 12:20, 12:30. If those numbers go down, I know what leg to look at, and I go through, because I've gone through it several times. I know what customers, I go, oh, that customer is due today. And I make a list to see who's going to pay and so forth. So I do that. It takes me 10 minutes. Once you do it several times, you'll be all right. So you'll have numbers of each leg. And at a certain time, 12:20, every day, people basically, they show their numbers go down or they stay the same. And basically, if they go down, it means that payments are due. And there's a cut-off time when you get a decline report outlining all the people who haven't paid. So there we go. That's a key thing. That's why I always check. So if any of you got your back office, you're going into it, check through it. It takes time in the first time, but then you're going through and you're thinking, wait a minute, Johnny ain't paid for 2 months and he's still in my group. He hasn't said anything. And I've been giving him free trades and I'm giving this, that, and the other. But then I've got this person who's been paying and so forth. They need to be up to date with their paying their subscription. If they value the academy and what we provide, they'll be paying their subscription at the end of the day. You need to make sure that your customers are getting value. The key thing I always say, I make sure my customers get paid first before me. Like I said, if there's a buffet, I make sure they eat first because they're happy customers and they stay. And that's a key thing. Great customer service. Des always says customer service is key. Check on your customers and so forth. Don't just check on your customers when their subscription's due, it comes out. Check on them regularly. Because if you're just checking on them when they decline or their subscription's due, they'll be like, you know what, I ain't heard from you for over a month, and you only check on me when my subscription's due. So a key thing I always say, check on them regularly. We check, some of our leaders check on a Monday and a Friday. Check them on Monday, we send them texts, we have support groups. It's always key. If you want to grow your business, keep a check on your customers. If you basically gradually build up leaders, they're going to have their organizations. You're going to check on your leaders who are going to be checking on their people, and you're going to create that duplication. So always make sure that you check your back office, check your people as well. It's a constant thing. It is a business at the end of the day. This is a business. If you're not checking your back office, then you're not going to go far. You're not going to hit those big ranks. You're just going to let your business crumble because you're not checking on your people to see if they are paying or they're not. So it's a key thing. When you also, the color coding system is key as well. When you're checking it, you'll see who's 2 and 3, who's unranked, P150, 600, 1K, 2K, and so forth within your organization. So it's clear color coded system as well, but you also see them on the ranks outlined there. When we talk about the placement tree, when we go into the placement tree, these different key things will outline all these for you. Okay, so you've got your personal volume. So the personal volume is basically their personal volume, their own subscription. So I have my own subscription that I pay, and I have it in there. If I don't have one, then it'll be a 0. Then you see your personal sale volume. Now your personal sale volume is how many packages have you sold? So how many customers have you got that you sold? How many packages, and the volume adds up together. Then you've got your personal retail sale volume. Now your personal retail volume is very, very key. When I mean retail volume, it's anybody who has a subscription who isn't an IBO. So the first one, the PSV, includes those who are IBO in your organization who have a subscription. Now your PSRV is very, very important. That's what keeps you in your rank. Okay? That's what keeps you in your rank. You need customers who are not going to be business owners. You need customers who just want to trade. So when some people used to get upset, they just want to trade, they don't want to build. I'm happy. When someone says they don't want to build, I'm happy. You're keeping me in my rank. I'll make sure you're happy trading and doing what you're doing. You want to carry on trading, that is perfectly fine. I've got people who want to build and so forth. One of the top chairmen I love following is Paloma. If you watch her chairman mentorship, says you're going to bring 12 people in, 4 who want to trade, 4 who want to build, and 4 who leave. You've got your 4 who build and 4 who want to trade. They're the ones that keep you in your rank. They're not going to go IBO. They're going to be staying as customers because you need to stay that way. Then you've got your group volume. So your group volume is everything under you, okay? Everything under you, including IBOs who've got package and so forth. Everything under you, that group volume. That group volume is key, obviously, when you're working your way up towards your next rank. And then you have your total customer group volume. Your total customer is just basically just showing your customers, not your IBOs, their volume. But the key one is always the group volume. That's what I look at when you go for your ranks, your group volume. When you want to stay in your rank in certain ranks, you need to have your PSRV. Okay, so, and then there's also the 35-45 rule. 55% of your business needs to be customers, and obviously 45 need to be, obviously it can be IBO. If it's less than that for the customer side, it's turned into a pyramid. You can't get paid. Okay, it's as simple as that. So the rank report, very, very key. Now, when you look at your PSRV, like I said, this is what keeps you in your rank. Customers who are not going to build or IBOs. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Because if someone goes IBO in your organization, you've invited someone, you signed them up personally, they've built up 3 people, they go IBO. They go IBO, you lose them in your PSRV volume. So you lose them out of that. So you could derank. I have seen leaders derank from P1K to P150 because one of their customers went IBO or one of their personal customers didn't pay. They didn't have the right amount. So we always say stay in phase 1. You're always bringing customers in. You're always bringing people in. You always got to make sure those customers are happy. If those customers, those personal customers are not happy, they're going to cancel. Your PSRV is going to go down. Even chairman's D-rank. Okay, I remember Des saying he went on a chairman retreat and he saw a chairman running around, and he was asking why is that chairman running around? Oh, he D-ranked from chairman whatever, I think chairman 50 or 100 down to chairman down to P1K, and I'll show you how quick you could drop from one big rank down to a small rank. Okay, because if you don't cover yourself in terms of your personals, you can D-rank. All right. Now you have the qualified group volume. So you see here, you've got a volume here, like so. So this is, so when you've got P2K, you've got your qualified group volume. Imagine you got your legs. Yes, you've got your personals up. But when your numbers start dropping, if you go below your current rank volume, yeah, if you go below this, you D-rank. So you obviously need to basically keep it up. But also the key thing is it highlights what you need for your next rank. Okay, so what you need for your next rank, how many people you need. So you need to basically, you see here, this is 435 required for a rank, and I'm going to go through each of them, what you need. That's theoretically, I'll tell you the truth, 3 personals. 3 personals. Imagine when you get to chairman 100 and you only got 3 personals, that's what's keeping you rank. Imagine one of those personals leaving and you drop from chairman 100 to P1K. Woo, that ain't looking good. So you're making sure you got that, got your personals. Now, when you see how much you're remaining and what you need, now I look at this, the rank report, because I used to look at the, let me go back. I used to look at the dashboard and he used to tell me, oh, I need this amount of customers. And Des was like, no, bro, no. Go to the rank report. Although it tells you how many customers, the rank report goes by volume. You might have less customers because you have some customers that are buying add-ons. You've got some customers who are elite. So, and when you add those volumes together, they create phantom customers. Because you could have 2 people on elite or 3 people on elite, and that creates an extra customer for you. I was like, whoa, serious? Yeah. So that's the key. I've got a whole team that build up elite. They're not playing, and you'll see why they're not playing. So if you've got a certain amount of volume, you can see I've got 6,900 remaining there. What I do to find out how many customers I need across my legs, I divide that by 145. Okay. So I divide that by 145. So 145 was the old volume for a platinum pack, so Forex, HFX, and DCX. Now it's 150, but it's 145 still. They're still class 140. They still do 145. So that means that the extra 5 that you get gets you closer to your rank. Extra volume, yep, that's it. So if I divide that by 145, that equals to 47.5. So I need 48 customers across my 3 legs, okay, to get to my next rank. Now, the key thing is elite. Now, imagine some of those customers go elite and so forth. It cuts it down. So imagine if you've got all your customers going elite. Instead of 48 customers, you need 36. 36 customers. I remember meeting a chairman, Katrina. She said, why you keep selling the Forex pack? I was like, no, I'm thinking about people and their money. But he said, people can make money from the crypto. People can make money from this and that. All she does is sell elite. She's now chairman 25. When I met her, she was P1K. So she went chairman 25. So I was like, oh, didn't realize that. So now we provide so much value in the academy. I feel like I can justify the elite pack because we're making money from the crypto, HFX, Forex, and so forth. You can get so much. And if you're giving people value, they value that the elite pack. So like I said, I have a team that just do elite. They just sell elite because they can show people how much money they can get from elite. So that's what's powerful about it. It cuts you down and gets you to your rank quicker, gets you to all those ranks very, very quick. Okay, so key thing is when you look at your rank report, when you see your next rank, divide it by 145. Okay, it will tell you how many people you are close. Imagine you didn't realize you're like 10 people away from your next rank. You're going, whoa, I used to look at the dashboard, it was telling me like I was 20 cycle away, and I'm less than that because of the volume. The rank report is the key thing you need to look at. Okay, so when you do that, I always look at that. I look at that daily because I see that. I see my numbers. If I'm like 40 cycle away or I'm less than that, I'm like, yep, cool, great. Who can I help get to their next rank? Because my goal is I need to help the next person in my organization get to their next rank. The key for it, the blueprint to get into your chairmanship is having, I think, 4 P1Ks in each leg. It's done because you can do that because you do that easily. We had one leader. She said, look, get all these people P150 and you get your P1K. Bang, 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 bang. All her people got P150. She still had customers that kept her up and she hit 1K. Now she's a stable 1K. It's as simple as that. Okay, so key thing, divide that by 145. That's a good thing. I advise you to do that after this. Go to your rank report, see your next rank, see how close you are, and that will inspire you because that's the thing that keeps me going. Seeing how close I am and so forth. Now, the key thing, when I look at this, woo! All right, I'm not going to take up too much time. I'm near the end anyway, so I'm going to take too much time. But I like dropping some nuggets. So you can see here, your rank requirements. You got your PSRV. Remember I told you about that. These are your customers. These are your customers. These are your key people you need to have. Obviously, you're going for P150. You got 3 here. Automatically, you're going to have those people as your PSRVs anyway, because they're going to be your customers. All right? They're coming in as your customers. Excellent. Now, when you're hitting your next rank, you can see there, oh, isn't that 2 customers I need to get to my next rank? Yeah, you can. Sometimes you can have 2 customers, personals and BT600, but I highly advise making sure it's free. Okay, because you have to be on that rank and make sure you're on it and have that volume and above. You might lose a personal, but you still keep that rank. Now, when you get into P2K regions, you need 3 customers, 3 personals. Sign up as customers, not IBOs. Okay? In 75 people, that's 75. And I'll tell you how it is with Elite in a bit. And you see the qualified group volume that you need to have. All right? And you see the 40 rule and the 55 customers. Now you can see here, free customers, free personals, all the way up to Chairman 100. When you get to past Chairman 100 and you go to Chairman 250, Chairman 250, you need, it's hilarious. You would need 4 personal customers to be a high chairman. 4. And I think it's Chairman 500 or 750. I think you need 5. Imagine you just have those customers that just there, they're getting paid from trading, they love trading, they don't want to build. And you're hitting chairman just having those small amount of customers. You don't need to have loads of customers to do that. So that's really cool. But you can see the volume is increasing over time. So when you want to hit that 500 rank, yeah, imagine that 500 customers that don't need to all come from you. You might have just brought in 4 customers, and some of those 500 are coming from your upline who's placed them under you, placed them on other people that have placed them elsewhere, or part of your team, you're helping them rank up. As long as you're bringing customers in, if you know someone's about to go IBO and you're about to derank, always go into phase 1. Des always says this. Des is always in phase 1. I always speak to him. He checks his volume and says, yeah, I'm cool. Because he loves being in a comfortable amount. I like to be in a comfortable amount. I don't want to be on the edge. I imagine I've seen someone be on P5K. One of the people goes IBO and they drop from P5 to P1. Imagine losing $1,250 a week, and it goes down. It goes down to $250 a week. So always make sure that you have customers stay in phase 1, stay above, have quite a large amount of customers. I personally advise have your volume on 4 figures for your PSRV. It's good. If you haven't 3 figures, have it over a certain amount so you make sure you're comfortable that you don't drop down. Okay. All right. Weekly rank cheat sheet. You will see this in the rank report, and you'll see here the cheat sheet, the 3 legs. You can see here how much volume you need on each leg and so forth, and how much you get on the 4 Mondays, the 5 Mondays, which we had last month. We had our money split 5 weeks. It was terrible. Last Friday, we got back to the 4-week Monday. So we started getting our money again and so forth, which was really good. And you can see here, the elites, you can see the numbers here. So when you look at the platinum pack, you need 12 people to go to P600. If you had people on an elite, 10. This is how some of the top chairmen are hitting their ranks quick. They don't offer the smaller packs. They get their people on elite. I've got a mixture of elite and whatever. I look at the people and I go, what you want to do? Some people say, look, I want to make as much money as possible. I'm going to come on elite. So you can go here. So you could be hitting your chairman rank quicker. Imagine 372 customers to go chairman, or your customers on elite. And imagine you're working way to 500. They will say, I've got to get the magic 500. You don't need to get 500. It can be less than that. I know my numbers are going to be less than 500 because I've got a mixture of elite and the platinum and the HFX and also the DCX. So I've got a mixture in there. So I know it's going to be less than 500. So it's that there as well. And obviously you get your money. Now, bonuses. This is what you love. This is when you see the big bonuses. So when you sign someone up to any pack, once you come at IBO, you've got your 3 people, any additional people you start signing up, you get bonuses for signing them up onto a pack. So when you sign up someone to an FRX, HFX, DCX pack, you get a $25 bonus on top. So this could push your P150 money quicker to you and make it weekly if you're signing people up. If you sign someone to Elite, you get $50. Now we've got this HFX, DCX discount link. Yes, you give people a discount, but you also lose your $25 bonus. You don't get your $25 bonus. Now, for me, I like giving people the discount, so it's all right. Great, you get a discount straight away, you're in. That's good. People see that, so forth. And that's a great way of getting people in. Now, when you're hitting the good ranks like P2K, if you keep your rank for 3 months, now these are all, if you keep your rank for 3 months straight, no drop in or anything like that, you get a $500 bonus. So when I got my $500 bonus, I was like, woo, great. I'm just going to keep it in my Skrill because I've got 5 week. Monday coming up, so that I can keep my money flowing at the same amount. That's great. When you're in P5K, you get that one, and you only get it paid once. When you get the P2K and 5K, you get 5K, you get 1,500 bonus. Okay, so you get that bonus on top. 3 months, you got to keep your rank straight. So I know another P5 got his last week. He was like, "What happened to my account? This, that, and the other." I remember when Des got his chairman one, he got an extra 5K. He got an extra 5K, and he was like, "They made a mistake. Let me take the money out quick." And then he got told by Yasin, he was like, "That's your bonus, bro. You kept your rank 3 months straight. You get a 5K bonus." He was like, "Whoa!" And he gets that for 2 months. Then you're hitting chairman 25, 10K bonus. So when Des got his, he gets a big 10K bonus. I remember Shabazz got one last year, and he showed he had 14K in 1 week. So he got his normal residual plus a bonus on top, and you get that. When you're hitting the ranks of chairman 100, you get 12 months of 100K bonuses every month. You're getting 100K. You keep your rank for 3 months. Then after that, you're getting 100K, 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 100K. So you're getting that. So you get those bonuses paid in. Plus, when you hit chairman, chairmans don't get this bonus. They get, oh man, they get the infinity bonus. So this one is the next level. Yeah, this is extra money. This is what makes me laugh. This is what makes Des laugh. This makes all the chairmen laugh. They get infinity bonus based on their legs. Okay, so this is what I'm telling you about. When you look at the back office and you're building your business, you work your way to chairman. When you get that infinity bonus, you get that on top of your normal bonus. So you get an extra 1K, 250, 2,500. Des gets a little 2,500 once a month on top of it gets that. Plus you're getting up. So you're getting bonuses, yeah, based on your legs. So if your legs are a certain amount, you get a bonus. That's the maximum amount you can get. So it can vary. So you're getting pumped with money. I am getting money. So okay, wait, it's 2K and above, right? Yeah, 2K. So from 2K, so I got mine in January. I know April got hers because she was getting happy. She was like, "What's this? I got my bonus." I know James got his. Bryony got hers. She got her 5K one. So yeah, you get P2K and above, you get these bonuses. When you hit chairman, you get this bonus, the infinity bonus as well. So imagine you are getting some. I am paying you for being in this business. You're basically getting customers, and they're pumping out, giving you bonuses. So that's amazing. All right, I am near the end. Okay, back office updates. These are the times that I check the back office. Okay. Yes, it's keeping you motivated, Pammy. I'm glad. This is what keeps me motivated. All right. That's where you got to make sure your customers are happy. You got to make sure your customers are happy. Okay. Cool. Updates. This is me. Okay. These are the updates in the back office. At 12:20, I see all the inactivities, they come off. So I check my numbers on each of my legs. I check it before and I check it after. I have a table, I have like written down or something, and I see it and I go, okay, that leg's got someone declining, that one, the payments are due. So payments are due. And then basically around about 3:30, 4 o'clock, you start seeing the automatic payments gone through. It basically back up. So who's paid? Who has, and if your numbers are still gone down, it means someone hasn't paid. Okay. And then 1 past 5, that's when you get your decline list. So if I think they do it with P150 and above. If you don't see the decline option for the decline list on the menu, that will be P600. It used to be P600, but I think Jason Brown said they're going to do it to P150, and I said it makes sense. You will see the decline list of who's declined. What I also check, I check the numbers. Some people cancel. So now I am obviously 3 days before the subscription is due. They inform people that your payment's coming out. If you want to cancel, you cancel. Some people cancel. So I always check my numbers and I work it out going, okay, these people decline, but I know there's an extra number missing. So then I start going through and I see who's cancelled. I speak to the leader or I contact that person and discuss with them like why you cancelled, anything we can do, and so forth. Some people come back. Some people say, look, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back later. It's that sort of thing. That's why I say it's important to always check on your people, always check on them, because you don't know, in a decline report, it doesn't tell you who's cancelled. It only tells you who's declined when they try and take the payment, okay? And then you can see different times when it updates throughout the night. So if someone pays, it might update here, they'll show up there again, or there, or there. And the key thing is Mondays, okay? Mondays is where you make sure you keep your rank. Now, by 5 p.m., you've got to make sure 5 a.m. Tuesday morning, UK time, so around about 5, it's basically, it's midnight in the US. So you need to make sure that your subscriptions are up so you keep your rank. If you say, for example, you dropped to P600, someone hasn't paid, and at 5 a.m. Tuesday morning, you're still P600, that's your money for that week, that the following week. You get paid the following week. So you get paid 600 money instead of 1K. So it's always good to make sure the Mondays are always the hard days. I know someone who he dropped from 5K down to 1K. He was trying to get someone. He was like, oh my word, I made someone IBO. I need to get someone because it's a Monday. I need to get paid. I've got to feed my kids and so forth. So it's Monday cut off, Tuesday morning, yeah? Decline list, you get a decline list of who's declined. It will say credit cards because they might have declined, they haven't got enough money on their account. So make sure that you contact them. They might use a different account to transfer money. Just contact them. I basically go through this myself, my decline report, and I send it to all the upline leaders. So their leader and say, look, this person declined, it's a credit card. If it says manual, someone's come off 2 and 3 and they need to pay manually because they come off 2 and 3. So sometimes it says manual instead of credit card. So they have to pay manually. So someone's come off 2 and 3. They've got to start paying again to restart their auto ship. Okay, so it's always key to have that. So always do the decline report. I send it out daily. If someone declined, get them to check on them. Then there's a calling off period I have. If someone doesn't pay by a certain time, I have to remove them from the group. When they pay, they can come back, or some things like that. If you're using add-ons like Venom and so forth, you've got to let the Bullish Bears guys know, so they can remove them from their access to the Venom indicator. That's what I do, because then people have that indicator, they can carry on trading. They're not part of the academy. So it's that sort of thing. You need to be on it in terms of your back office. Okay, so you get your decline report, message your people. I say, look, here's this person declined. I put their name, instead of decline, say it's a credit card, and also I put the date they declined. So if it's today, because I do it daily, everyone gets the daily report. They get the daily report. There's days when I don't get any declines. That's when I'm happy. I was sitting in the car next to Des. I was like, oh, I had no declines today. I did good. People are happy. That's it. If they decline, it might mean they just don't have enough money in their account. They just need to transfer it or pay for it. As long as they know how to pay for it manually, you show them how to access the back office, create a video or something, send it to them. They'll pay for it. They'll let you know. Most people apologize. I don't have any problem. These things happen. I just want to make sure that your customers are happy. They are getting something, they're getting value for their money. You check on them, message them, send them a WhatsApp. Say, hey, how are you doing? How's things going? Let's do one-to-one, do a Zoom call or something. Give them value, show them value. Make sure they hate having money. And like I said, what I do, I set them up. The buffet's there, they eat first, I eat after. I make sure they eat because they're happy, because they're getting me to those bonuses. All right, additional training, important. Everyone should watch Des's back office training. He did this last year, but it's all relevant. So mafinance.com/back office, go on that as well. Now, if you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm happy to answer them, but feel free to reach out to me. You learn new things. If you've got questions, I'm happy to do this again next week. Cover the same things, but additional stuff if you want me to, and so forth. And so it's always good. Stay in phase one. Keep bringing things in and doing it. It's very, very important. And when you do it, you're going to be managing your back office like a boss, okay? Like a boss. So be consistent, know what you're doing, look after your business, okay? It doesn't seem like anybody's got any questions, but I know you ask questions throughout. That's why I love doing these sort of things. But I'm here to help. We want you to all grow. We want you to hit chairman. We want you to all grow like that. For you to hit chairman, it helps Des. So for Des, he needs to help you. It's simple as that. Free leg rule. Free leg rule. Not building a cross. He's got to help you lot to achieve your dreams to get to where you are. All right? So thank you for jumping on. I know it's taken, I thought it was going to be shorter than this, but you know what? I'm going to see you at the top, guys, because the bottom is far too crowded, because I want you all to achieve your dreams. All right. Yes, JP, good to see you on the call, bro, because I want you up there, bro. Come on, let's go. All right. See you all later. Achieve your dreams, guys. Achieve your dreams. All right. Strive and not just survive. See ya.